May I start? Okay. So I'm presenting another case of isolated eyelid schwannoma which presented as lid mass. There is no financial interest or conflict of interest and proper patient consent has been taken. So giving brief introduction, schwannoma is a benign tumor and rarely malignant, and it originates from Schwann cells which form the neural sheath of the sensory nerves. Most common areas are nerves of head and neck, but except the ophthalmic ones, and primary schwannomas in ophthalmology are very rarely reported. So going to my case report, 29-year-old female presented with swelling of right upper eyelid for the past 10 years. It was gradually increasing in size, which patient neglected, not associated with pain, redness, watering, or diminution of vision. Here, as we can see in the picture, their swelling can be seen. There was no history of ocular surgery or ocular trauma in the past. On examination, visual acuity was 6/6 in both the eyes. Extraocular movements were full, free, painless in both the eyes. And in right eye, eyelid had a swelling of 2.3 into 1.3 into 1.2 centimeter, and rest of the anterior segment examination was within normal limit for both the eyes. So going to the swelling, it was a well circumscribed swelling of previously mentioned dimensions, firm in consistency, freely mobile, non-tender, with no attachment to the overlying skin, with no skin changes, and it was also not attached to the surrounding structures, and there was no restriction of extraocular movements, and no ptosis was associated. In management, X-ray orbit was done and it was within normal limits. Patient was planned for surgery after doing routine investigations, and lesion was excised as en mass by giving incision as at eyelid crease, and the mass was sent for histopathology. So histopath report came out to be this. It was a whitish, homogeneous and walled specimen which showed capsulated mass comprising of hypercellular and hypocellular areas of plump spindle cells with spindled cytoplasm and oval to elongated bland nuclei with nuclear palisading verrucoid bodies and scanty stroma, which are the features of schwannoma. So patient is completely free of symptoms post-operatively with no recurrence on 6 months follow-up. In discussion, in most of the cases, schwannoma manifests as a single neoplasm, and presence of multiple schwannomas are indicative of neurofibromatosis 1 or 2. Our case was an isolated lesion of eyelid having no systemic disease. And schwannoma in lid is very rare. Just few cases have been published, and age range in the reported cases matched with our case report, and size of the tumor in our case matched with the tumor size range reported by Sudhir et al. In differential diagnosis, there are dermoid cyst, inclusion cyst, and chalazion. Only with excisional biopsy, we could get the final diagnosis. As in our case, we could get the final diagnosis with the biopsy. So concluding, accurate histological diagnosis and early complete excision of the tumor should be the objective in managing the schwannoma of the eyelid. Schwannoma should be considered in differential diagnosis of a well circumscribed swellings of the eyelid. These are my references. Thank you.